Derek Lewis set to face Cyril Gane for the interim UFC heavyweight title at UFC 265. The winner of that fight will unify the titles against Francis Ngannou at a later date. Dana White mentioned that former champion Stipe Miocic will have another crack at the heavyweight title after the unification bout. Stipe Miocic recently gave his thoughts on Dana White making him wait for a title shot. He also mentioned that he should have an instant rematch. One Championship posted this on their Instagram with the caption, "Who should Chattery sign to One Championship? Nominate yourself or a fighter you know via the link in our bio." Stipe Miocic commented on the post with the thinking face emoji. A fan commented on the post saying, "At Stipe Miocic, Dana said he'd give you the win of Derek Ngannou." Stipe Miocic responded back saying, "I shouldn't have to wait for a winner. I have the most heavyweight title defenses of all time. We're 1-1, but DC got instant rematches and trilogies against me." At UFC Vegas 32, Cory Sandhagen lost to TJ Dillashaw via split decision. He reacted to his loss and released a lengthy statement on his Instagram saying, "My thoughts on the fight, as I'm sure some of you are curious. I believe I should have done more to win. I made a few mistakes that gave him a nod from the judges. I kept myself protected and defended almost all the shots while scoring the hard and cleaner ones. He was able to control against the cage for longer while not doing any damage. Up to you if you want to score that as winning. I will give credit to TJ for fighting tough. It was a coin toss. If it's damage, I win. If it's control, he wins. So it goes. Thanks for the support from everyone. Gonna keep climbing." Both Islam Makhachev and Rafael Anjos have been going back and forth on social media. Islam Makhachev tweeted, "It's funny that RDA showed up after a few days. Only when rankings got updated. Don't worry grandpa, I will smash you. Despite you are lower in rankings." Rafael Anjos responded back saying, "I'm playing the same you are. Let's meet in the cage. 5 rounds, don't be a pussy." Islam Makhachev responded back saying, "Hey grandpa, what happened now? Trying to find excuses to quit? Take the fight and start training. Don't be a pussy." Rafael Anjos ended it off with, "If I was Islam, I would seriously reply. But I know it's not him." Michael Bisping on the Bleeding Me podcast gives his thoughts on Nate Diaz calling out Dustin Poirier for a fight at 185 pounds.
Nate Diaz calls for a bout against Dustin Poirier at middleweight. What? Poirier responded that he would touch up Nate Diaz at any weight. What in the world is going on? Dustin Poirier, I get it. Pay-per-view points, millions of dollars. Go and get the belt. Maybe not your optimal weight class. Ever thought about that? You know, there's a reason why you fight at a weight class. You know, 185, okay, fight Nate Diaz at 185. Nate Diaz is probably a naturally bigger guy. But still, of course, I get it. Diaz has a cult following and he's a badass and he's a great fighter, but come on man, keep the eyes on the prize. Don't get distracted by Nate Diaz. Of course it's fun. That's a fun fight. That's one for the resume. It's one for the legacy. It's one that when he retires, say, yeah, I took on all comers. I took out Nate Diaz. But on top of that all, you want to say that you were the undisputed champion of the world. I tell you what, winning the belt at the end of my career changed my life to a certain degree. Fun fight, don't get me wrong. You know, I wouldn't be angry at it, but I just like, if I could give him advice, which he doesn't want my advice, but if I could, I would say, I mean, I get it, but come on, go after Charles Oliveira. When you win the belt, you become the undisputed champion. It just makes it all worth it, because I know I've got a couple of belts in there, I've got the Hall of Fame there, and I know that when I was a kid and everything I went through and all the struggles and the sacrifices and whatever it is that I didn't do and all the hard work that I put in and having the no knees and having one eye and having no neck and needing wrist surgery in a couple of weeks. I had a big nasty injection in there today, so I got a band-aid on. But it makes it all worthwhile, because when it's done, you can sit there and you can even see the belt and say, that's why I did it. I was the champion of the world. Out of multiple, was it 7 billion or 4 billion people on the planet, I was number one. I was number one, and that could never be taken away from you. And it's the highest height. You can't get any higher. So as a mixed martial arts, you're the the champion of the world. You are number one out of every other on the planet. You are the official. This ain't some kickboxing tournament with 20 people. UFC champion of the world. You know what I mean? Okay, you can make arguments that perhaps someone in another organization might give you a good fight. Okay, all right, fair enough. But generally, the gold standard when it comes to mixed martial arts, and you can't argue with that, is the UFC. And being the world champion really means something that you can take to the grave with you.
The fights just ended. It was an amazing night. I mean, that main event was pretty epic. TJ Dillashaw versus Sandhagen delivered. I thought that Sandhagen did enough. He landed the more strikes. He did what he needed to do. But also, TJ with the octagon control, the takedowns, mixing it up. He generally doesn't always do that, and he did that this fight exactly the way he needed to, like a champion. And he adjusted. Sandhagen did a great fight, but he didn't adjust the same as TJ did, and that's why TJ got the win. Fun for all of us, though. Can't wait to be back in there. As for the co-main event, Paiva and Phillips, what another awesome fight that delivered. Paiva with all the crazy techniques, I mean the matrix stuff, the spinning attacks, the spinning heel kicks, all the spinning back fists, the takedowns that he landed at the right time, and everything else. I mean, it was an awesome fight between these two. They laid it all out on the line, but really what made the difference was the forward pressure of Paiva mixed in with the takedowns and just the toughness. He landed big shots and he weathered the storm of Phillips and got himself the win.
Kenny Florian on the Anik Florian Podcast gives his thoughts on Islam Makhachev's win against Thiago Moises.
It was very impressive. These are the kind of things that you want as a fighter, right? Where you're trying to prove to yourself first and foremost, but also prove to the promotion that you are worthy of more opportunities like other main events or, fighting other top contenders or fighting for the belt. And what better way to do it in a main event like that against another tough opponent in Moises? And Makhachev proved that he is of that quality. I think there's been a lot of pressure on his shoulders. A lot of people have talked about his legendary training sessions and how good he is and compared him, of course, to one of his mentors, Khabib Nurmagomedov. And he went out and delivered an amazing performance. I think not only did he largely shut down Moises for the majority of that fight, he then started pulling away to the point of complete dominance and getting a finish, controlling another Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt like he did, and doing as well as he did on the feet, showed that he is going to be a problem. He is absolutely the real deal. It's only going to add to his confidence as a fighter. And I think now he's going to be deserving of those top 10, top 15 guys for sure.
Guys, it is so easy to let one day go. And then the day become a week, the week become a month, and month become years. So you want to get in shape? Let's do it right now. You have to start working out right now. Don't count the days, make the days count.
I'm fighting for the belt October 30th in Abu Dhabi, so make sure you guys tune in. Only on pay-per-view. It's going to be a banger. Obviously, if Sandhagen wants it, he wins it. He can get it again. I'll put him back to sleep. And if TJ wins, guess what? He can't beat a contender ever since he lost to John Dotson without steroids and EPO. So I'm about to go back to riding some horses with my guys, Ally Quinta. I got something in my hair. And, of course, Marab showing us the wonders of Georgia. Let's go, baby. Make sure you guys enjoy the fight. Stay safe. I can't get this thing out of my hair. But like I said, anybody can get it. I'll be back soon, baby. So don't count the champ out. Let's go.